G'day, I'm Greg and welcome to the shed. I'm shooting this just in case, which means I'll probably need it. I've made a few of these, so I was just talking about them in a video I shot a minute ago prior to this, and this is a contingency video. These go on the shaper and they do grooving, they cut slots. That one there was 2mm. This one here is 5mm. Sorry, this one here is 3mm. No, it's a lie, it's 5mm. We've got 5mm written on them. They've been made for a while. The reason I know they've been made for a while, and I haven't got around to showing you folks what they the video footage of them, which also explains why, is because it's 2017, 3rd month, 5mm. So there's a 2mm one, a 3mm one and a 5mm one. And what they are is made out of 20mm square hot rolled, hot rolled bar. So what I did was I threw that in the, cut it off to a double length. So the originally one piece this long, and then I've squared it up in the shaper. It's a shaper pro. It's a tool for a shaper. You got to do it in a shaper. So I've squared it up in a shaper, and then what I've done is I've started off with the first one at 3mm, and what do I do? I think I milled the first one. I'm trying to remember now, it's been a while since I did it. I cut the 3mm in the mill. Bloody hell, it cost me some carbide. The mill's a bit robust, so I'm a bit impatient. There was cutters going everywhere. Yeah, fortunately I managed to get it finished, if I remember right. It doesn't matter. Anyway, you'll see it progress as we go through, because I did a couple of other jobs at the same sort of time. Some I did in the I grooved, later ones that you see there I grooved in the shaper. And I did have a stick, ran into a hard spot. That's the beauty of working with hot rolled, is that it's consistently inconsistent. And I hit a hard spot and it just ripped the end off off a bit of high speed steel, which I then managed to remove with a screwdriver and a hammer and fine ground chisel, and tap tap tap, managed to get the remnants of that out of my groove. And then I got into it and resharpened it up in a bit of carbide, a bit of high speed steel, and threw it back into the tooling and got back together, got going again. No great expense, a little bit of time, no tears, no blood in the workshop, no jumping up and down crying, just oh damn. Which is the beauty of using that type of high-speed tooling. You're not tearing up expensive cutting edges all the time, and expensive materials, which is one of the things I don't like about using the carbide insert tooling on the lathe. It's great, it really is good for high production, but when I start on a piece of rusty material, I can tear up an insert before I finish my first cut. Sometimes I'll go through a couple of inserts, cleaning the material down to a usable surface. Same goes when you're into cast iron. Wherever possible, I buy cast iron or get cast iron, which is a fair bit larger than what I need. So my first cut I can get in pretty deep, and I want to get in deep enough that I'm under the hard skin, and I'm outside I say outside, I'm inside, I'm underneath any residual sand that's in the surface. So that's how I prefer to work with cast iron. I like to get in deep early and get on with it. But yeah, you'll see the job progressing from where it's sitting in the shaper. It's already been squared up. They were all squared up to the same size, which was, I think it ended up at 17.9 millimetres or 17.8, because it really wasn't an important number as long as they ended up at the same size. And individually, it really didn't matter anyway if there was a size difference between them, because each one's individual, because it takes a 2mm, a 3mm or a 5mm piece of high-speed steel. So it really didn't matter what I did with it. But yeah, please watch the rest of it, and I hope you enjoy it. Thanks for watching. Okay, so I'm going to cut a groove in this bit of square bar using the tools that I made in January 2017 to hold the parting tools, and we're going to make one for, it'll be 2mm or 5mm. So what I'll probably do is I'll probably make the 2mm one, actually I might make the 5mm one first. I'll make up my mind as we go, but either way, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set the machine up. We'll check the pran. I've got the micron gauge on it at the moment, so it's a bit overly sensitive. It'll drive me insane, but it will be pretty close. And I've got my 12-inch rule, because I need to measure that. That's 12 inches. We'll swing you around a bit so you can see what I'm about to do. That's 12 inches. We'll set the stroke to 10. So the stroke set to 10 inches now. We'll just set the stroke speed. Stroke speed is set to 12 strokes a minute. Okay, I need to adjust the stroke position. Let's knock that off. I need to adjust the ram position, I should say. So, that's about 12 inches. Position is good. Eyeballing it to see that it's pretty close. The problem I've got is that I haven't been back to this machine for a while. So what I need to do is I just need to verify that I'm in the ballpark. Because I'm using the micron gauge, I haven't got a lot of room to get it wrong. just shorten the stroke up to basically the length of the vise, because I think that what's happening is there might be a little bit of a kick at either end. What did I learn from that? When I push the ram across, the reading goes low. When I pull the ram back, the reading goes high. What it tells me is I need to adjust the gib. Because what it's letting the ram do is it's letting the ram do this. So you're never going to get it to machine straight. By the way, if the ram's doing this, it's also doing this. So, after a bit of mucking around and going to the jaw of the back side of the jaw of the vise, we are now running within about 4 microns. So what I've done, let's zoom out. So what I did was I adjusted the ram gib, came off this surface because it's a machine surface, went to the ground surface on the vice jaw, and over the length of the vice, a little bit, so the length of the vice, over 4 inches on the length of the vice, we're within 4 microns. Yeah, I think that's close enough for what I'm trying to do. So I'll just show you how I've got my got this aligned vertical. What I've done is I've moved it across till I'm on the surface of my vice. I've got my engineer square. I've just come in and set that on the side there. So what that does is I've now got my blade vertical. So now all I've got to do is I've got to pick up the edges. Once I've got them picked up, then we'll get centre and we'll go from there. Okay, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to find 0. We're only doing that at low speed. Which way do I want to be going? So I've got some calculations on the top here which you probably can't see. Which you now might be able to see. This is 19.24 millimetres wide, half of which is 9.63. The tool is 3 mil, so that's plus 1.5, so we want 11.13 mil to get across. So what I'll do is I'll set up something and you can come back and watch me do it. Okay, so what I've done is I've got my mag base stuck to the top of the vise. Got my digital dial gauge, or digital indicator here up here. That's great grammatical sense. I don't need that running clear to hear what's going on or to make the adjustment. So what we're going to do now is we'll come across 11.13 millimetres. So let's go. That's 7, 9, 10.6, 7, 8, 11 point. That is 11.13 millimetres. If you can see it. Yes, I know it's upside down. So that's 11.13. Now I'll take the gauge off and I'll come back once. Okay, so we're on centre now, and it's time to pull that zero. So we're touching either end, but we've got a bit of a gap in the middle. We'll keep it slow for the moment. Go 5 thou. Spring cut. And a little spring cut. First, so we're down 40 thou. Thou, 70 thou, spring cut, 80 thou, 83, 90, less than ideal, but guess what the advantage of having the vise facing lengthways down the machine is? So I've just set this back in the vise, and I'll just sneak in here. So we're back to 100 thou. Got 110 thou cut, now 150 120. So that's an 1/8 of an inch coming out of there already. So we're down 1/4 of an inch. Where is this? I need to measure this so that I can remember, because I can't remember how thick it is. I think it's 16mm. This is 5/8. So 6/8, 5/8. Yeah, alright. I'll be back in a sec. I'll just do some measuring.